Okay, today we're going to do the rest of the biochemistry part of this first unit. It's not a lot. We're going to look at enzymes today. Remember, enzymes are proteins from the other day when we talked about protein as being one of our biomolecules. So, enzymes. Enzymes speed up reaction. That is what they're used for. That is their main purpose, is to make things happen faster. All right? We need this whenever we're trying to break down food. You know, if we didn't have enzymes that are produced and put into our stomach, our food would take forever to digest. Well, those enzymes make it go faster, so they speed up that reaction. Okay. All right. So how this works is they decrease the activation energy. All right. The word activation comes from activate. Activate means to turn on. Okay, so the energy that it takes to turn that process on decreases. It means you don't need as much to get it started. All right, so we look at our graph here. Is say we were these arrows right here represent we ate. So we ate this burger, all right, and it's in our stomach, and we need to digest it. Well, normally it would take this amount of energy to start that process, just to get it going. Enzymes decrease that so that it doesn't take as much. You still have energy available to use for other things, and you get that food broken down. All right? Enzymes are never used up. Never used up. They simply do the process, start the process, then they sit there, they wait for the next time for that whatever process they're created for to happen again, and they go after it. All right? So we don't have to replenish those enzymes. They're always there once they're made. Okay. Next slide. Enzymes are needed for a lot of different processes. Right? Just about all processes in your body require an enzyme. Okay, so one example here is our body is not hot enough for most reactions to happen. Okay, so normal body temperature 98.6. If you're going to break down that burger in your stomach and make it into something we can use, the body needs to be a lot hotter than that. If you ever notice, think about Thanksgiving dinner. Man, you got food. I love Thanksgiving. It's the best holiday of the year. You got that turkey, the ham, those potatoes, the gravy, the apple pie, or whatever you have for dessert. All that food. As soon as you're done eating, you're stuffed. You feel stuffed. But also you feel something else. If you ever noticed, after you eat a big meal, you feel really flushed and hot. Your face gets hot. Everything, you start to feel that heat. That's because these enzymes are going to work and increasing your temperature to digest that food. Body's not hot enough to do it on its own. Right? 98.6, you think that's pretty hot because 98 degrees outside is pretty darn hot. But when you're trying to break stuff down, it needs to be even higher. Okay? You might actually, after you eat that Thanksgiving dinner, if you wait about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, go check your temperature, your temperature is going to be up. You're going to think you have a fever. You don't. It's those enzymes. They're kicking in to make that process go. All right. Enzymes work in a very small range. Okay, means conditions have to be right. They have to be right for this to happen. If you're sick, have some kind of illness, when you eat, that process doesn't work as well. It's why your body tells you, I'm not hungry, I don't want to eat, because your body knows that, hey, it's going to take a lot more to break this down because those enzymes aren't going to work, so let's not eat as much. Let's feel not hungry. Okay? We call that denaturing. Denature means to stop working. All right? Not nature, not natural. It's not how they naturally work. Enzymes are built for a specific purpose. We call that purpose the substrate. Okay? So one enzyme binds to one substrate. So down here in our picture, we have one enzyme. It is made to fit exactly that one substrate. So we think of this as a lock and key. All right? Normally, when you have a lock, there's only one key that's going to fit it. You can't just use any key to unlock that lock. Same is true for enzymes. This substrate can't be broken down, can't be used as it's supposed to without that one specific key to unlock it. That's how enzymes work. Last little bit. Here's another example of how that is. Okay, we have our enzyme, we have our substrate. Here's our key, here's our lock. We need to unlock this. We need to break this apart. So the body needs to use this. It's a sugar. Well, sugars are complex. They're all linked together. That enzyme comes in and is going to attach to that substrate. It knows that that's the only thing it could be. All right, this could be glucose, a sugar, very simple sugar. Once that glucose attaches to that enzyme, we start this process of breaking down. And when the enzyme has done its work, it's going to spit out that broken down glucose molecule into its parts, and now the body can use it. Body can't use it like this. Okay. Now I use glucose as an example. I'll give you a little information about me. I'm diabetic. My body can't do this process. It can't break down glucose because I don't have these enzymes, which means this sugar just keeps piling up into my body until it becomes toxic. Right? I don't have this ability to break into two different parts. Therefore, I can't eat sugar. Now, can I have a little bit? Yes, I can, because it'll pass through, nothing happens. But if I go out and eat a whole bunch of sugar, bad things happen. Okay? All right, so enzymes, pretty straightforward. They're used to speed up reactions. They're used to break down certain things. Most every process in our bodies requires these enzymes to work, to function properly. All right. That's the first half of the notes for this unit. You need to go ahead today, make sure you get that filled in on your note sheet, and then go over back to Canvas and the modules, and there's an enzyme practice. This one's going to be for a grade, so make sure you get it done. Make sure you click submit, and by all means, we expect and we want you to be at the highest moral value. So what we're saying is do this on your own. All right. Use your notes, answer the questions, click submit. Let's see what you know, not what somebody else knows. All right. So we'll see you back here later on.